The path out of hell is a whole lot easier when you can stay focused on what you really want, on who you really are, who you really want to become. And it's probably the hardest part of this path of healing from CPTSR, CPTSD codependency. Now I'm going to show you some maps that I'm working with that have been helping me and others in my life. And they're actually really working. So I'm thrilled to share it, but I also want to give a caveat that I'm aiming for progress, not perfection. That although these are working, these maps might look a little complex, they're actually not. It's just that we're used to a certain way of being. So we're changing that. And we're doing it with loyalty. Loyalty to ourselves, loyalty to a clear path, to soaring way beyond these dramas. We're going from an inner cave to outer power. That's the path. And we have to keep taking it over and over again. I'm going to go into more detail in a couple of minutes, but I wanted you to just get a sense of what is cave speak and what is outer power. We go into the cave to discover more of who we are and what we want, and we come out of the cave to connect with the world and with others. We want to take ourselves from tragic to magic. Now, in this little map, it says 1, 2, and 3. These go in order in a sense of, we want to get out of tragic, we want to live in magic, but they don't necessarily go in that order of learning. I actually recommend the middle part for where to start with learning, and I'm going to show you that in just a moment. So let's look at what does cave speak mean. Cave speak is where you are inside of yourself going, I need to really identify what I really value, and I need to value myself so strongly that when I go into the outer world, I know more of who I am. And because without that, there is no boundary setting in any clear way in the outer world. In the outer world, you're looking to set boundaries. Level 1 is saying no, but you're also looking to build what do you want in your communications, in your relationships. And that's where you're saying, yes, here's what I want. Both are equally important. So looking at the whole picture, well, really the river in between, that river consists of moving through repressed grief and rage with acceptance and self-compassion. That's what helps the boundaries and the building a new life have foundation. You swim through that river and you are not the same person on the other end. Now, what was in the middle of this from tragic to magic is embodying well-being. The people who are surrounding me, who are doing the joy-based living practices, we've been embodying well-being by doing these practices, these 12 practices for about, since 2016, for 3 years now. And our lives are all progressing. We're all going forward. We're all getting stronger in who we really are. And we all have each other. We have the language to share with each other. You can do the practices by yourself, but embodying well-being is saying, you know what? I am worthy of becoming and being established in joy. And this is one of my favorites. Holding on to guilt is a gateway to misery. Let it go. Because the way that CPTSR, CPTSD, and codependency takes hold is through toxic shame and guilt. And that's what we're releasing. So I want to encourage you to understand what it means to embody well-being, honor, commitment, and loyalty. You see, I have these, the orange is covering a lot of other words to not confuse you. I'll share more in other videos. The 12 practices are available. It's an ebook, a journal, and 12 videos. And after you purchase that, if you want to join our online inner circle community with other people who are doing the 12 practices, you can do that as well. You will be invited to do that, to become a member. It's pretty affordable, actually. It's not like thousands of dollars or anything like that. But the ebook, if you only wanted to do the ebook by itself, you could, and it would work for you as long as you do the practices. The other thing that I feel so honored to share, because the students who I facilitated through this process allowed me to share it with you. It's our wholehearted mastermind process. We had an experience of exchanging toxic shame for healthy self-connection. It was about an hour and a half or 2 hours of an online, we were looking at a screen together, filling it in together, moving from an embodied sensation from resistance into acceptance, and it was stunning. So if you wanted to purchase that, you could. Right now it's around $5. It'll normally be around $20. So if you wanted to get it, go for it. Just go to joybasedliving.com and search in the search bar, Bring It On, and you'll see it. I hope that this video is helpful to you. There seems to be a lot of pieces to the healing of CPTSR, CPTSD, and codependency, but really, I think it can be done in a matter of weeks, maybe months, if you are already out of a relationship that is threatening to you, or if you've already come to a conclusion that that relationship that you've been in or those relationships are no longer healthy. In other words, you're like, no, I don't want that anymore, but I want to heal what's inside of me that's attracting those things to me. I think it can be just weeks or months. That's my experience at this point, and that is just thrilling. So I wish you well on this journey of healing and transformation. I wish you magic, and I wish you so much joy. Thank you very much for being with me on this journey. Bye for now.